What's up, y'all? It's your boy Vinnie-Dangerous, and I am back with another installment of Dangerous Minds. Got a special guest with us today. I got an up and coming artist on the scene. Yo, it's Is it Umtasha?
Tasha, yeah.
Umtasha. Okay, I wanted to make sure I was saying that right. But
Good.
but how has everything been with you?
It was good. I'm steady working on some music, working on some beats, getting ready for this little album I'm working on.
Oh, dope. Yo, I can't wait to get into that because I really was I dived into your projects, the stuff that you got on streaming so
Yeah.
far. So, and I really like the vibe and stuff that you got going on with the sounds that you choose and everything.
Thank you.
So, yeah. So, how long have you really been doing music? Because I see a lot of the stuff that's on there is relatively recent. So, I didn't know if you were kind of just getting into it, like, or has it been something you've been working on in a while and you just haven't put it out there yet?
Um, I actually been working on music for I'll say maybe like 3 years, but for me actually putting something out, I'll
Mhm.
say maybe last year is the first time actually me putting something out, which I put on a music video called Paper Chase.
Oh, dope. Actually, yeah, I remember listening to that one. That joint is dope. So you just wanted to take some time to perfect your craft before,
Um,
really putting it
yeah,
out there, or was it
yeah.
just some hesitation?
It was a lot of hesitation at first. 'Cause I'm like, people are not gonna like it. But then again, it's like I got a lot of wordplay that people are it's just gonna sit there and be like, wait, what? She said yeah. And I just feel like I am the type of person that the world needs, like the new legend, like, oh, she's the next, I'll say like Erica Badu or um
Ah.
I want to say Little Kim, but I'm not Little Kim. Or just the next like the next person that will be respected in the end.
Oh no, I feel that. So would you say like because you mentioned Erica Badu and Little Kim, so those kind of like influences of yours, or
I
is
just said
it
Little
just
Kim because that was like the first name pop in my
oh
mind. I love Erica Badu. Like on my downtowns, it's either jazz, Erica, soul, flowetry, just a
mm.
lot of I'll say '90s vibes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, actually that makes more sense. I could kind of get that kind of
Yeah.
like real vibey neo soul like kind of real smooth stuff. I dig it. And I'm gonna make sure that I put like the links and stuff to everything that you've gotten out so far in the
And it's like,
bio once we put
my
it
bad.
out. What'd you say?
I was like for me, I just want to put out music that the people would love. Like you
Hmm.
said, the whole vibe stuff. Like I live for that because I just want people to be happy to listen to my music. Like, oh, this is Tasha. Like they knew who
Oh,
I am.
dope.
You know.
So where did the name come from, the Tasha? Like why did you choose that? I know your name is Tasha, but I didn't know if
Yeah.
like the was, stand for something, or was it kind of like some thought, was a different thought put into that?
It's actually because when people used to like call my name, like Tasha, I don't know if it's being like if I'm in trouble or if it's just like,
Hmm.
oh gosh, like I need something. So anytime anybody says my name, it's just Tasha or Tasha. I'm like, yes. So I was just like, I thought about it. I'm like, you know what? That can be just my artist name. Let me just go ahead and throw that out there. And whenever I get that Grammy, they be like, let's give it up for Tasha. Make them think about it, ponder of it.
Yo, that's dope because I'm one for a lot of like when I'm talking to people. So yeah, like that, I can actually relate to that a lot.
Like you guys sit there and think about it. It's like either think about it or it's like, okay, you're either thinking about what you're gonna tell me or you're gonna say something that's kind of hurt my feelings
Yeah.
a little bit. Like, I don't like this.
For me, most 9 times out of 10, I'm probably thinking about it for some reason. Just like in the beginning of this video, I asked you, like, it's Tasha, right? Because I wanted to
Yeah.
be sure. So it's a lot of overthinking in my head when I'm having conversations, basically.
And like how like the old folks are like, how they call everybody's name besides yours. They're like,
Mhm.
what is your name? Yeah, Tasha, come here.
So shoot, in a roundabout way, I guess you could be like, well, with me doing the music thing. Like you may be like, trying to remember who I am, but you're not gonna
Yeah,
forget about me once you hear what you
yeah,
got going on.
definitely.
So I was gonna ask you because I really like the track Young Love Some
Love
from
some.
the Trash Freestyles. Well, first I was gonna ask you about that name. So why did you make it Trash Freestyles as the project name, and then kind of like the inspiration and the recording process with that?
Because of course but people wanted me to put out music. They heard I
Hmm.
guess Paper Chase and they're like, okay. And they heard my SoundCloud songs that still on SoundCloud. Check
Hmm.
it out. But yeah, they heard some music and they're like, okay, Tasha, we need more. Put an album together. And I had COVID.
Mm.
So I was like in my room, of course, for 2 weeks. And I'm like, okay, I gotta put something out. I have to stay creative. I'm stuck in my room all the time. So I have to keep the creativity vibes going. So
Hmm.
that's when I'm like, all right, I need to put something out. I'm like, this is not mixed, it's not mastered. I'm like, this is some stuff I got for
Oh,
YouTube. So I'm like, you know what? It's a little album, a little mixtape. So I'm just gonna throw it out there. Just it's trash music to me, but it'll be better music as soon as I have things that I know that it's gonna be good, you know?
I was about to say, when I listened to it, it didn't sound like trash. It didn't sound like it was thrown together or anything like that. And now that you're telling me it's not mixed and mastered, I'm really impressed on that regard because it didn't sound like it was just completely unfinished like that as I was listening to it. I even put it in the car when I was riding around this morning. I'm always listening to whoever is on the show. I'm always listening to the music like
Yeah.
right before, and I was riding around with it, and it didn't sound like putting it through the car test. It didn't sound unfinished and
Well,
incomplete like that. So it was dope. I could tell there
and
was
it's,
some freestyles in there. That's why I thought maybe you were just freestyling the whole
oh
project.
yeah,
That's why it's
everything's
called that.
freestyle. Like once I get a beat in my head, or once somebody just give me the soundtrack and stuff, then I'm like, all right, I can go. Let me freestyle to it. Just get into my
Okay.
vibe. I like my whole little studio setup. I just put the headphones on, find
Mhm.
a beat, click, and I'm like, I'm just gonna do whatever I want to do, feel it, and just give people what they want.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yo, I like that. So with like the new music that you're working on, I know you said we had a little sidebar conversation right before we started recording. You were saying that it's not finished yet and you don't know exactly when it's coming out. So what would you say like is the direction so far with the new music that you got coming in the future?
The new music is coming in futures. I want everything to be original, and I will actually, because like I said, with the freestyle, trash freestyle, I actually just do it out there. For me, with this album, I actually want to take my time and not really perfect it like how Kanye
Mhm.
did his
Yeah,
little album,
yeah.
but actually have it where it all comes together where people are like, because the album, I'm gonna just let you guys know, like the album's called Not So Plain Jane, and that album,
Okay.
so I wanted to all relate to who I am and like the background of me and what I've been through or what I've seen or like what I learned from people or from myself. Because
Mm,
like I don't talk about love, I just talk about the idea of love, of how what I see or how I feel about love. Because like people like when they make albums, they're like, okay, I'm singing about this person. I'm like, nah, I'm not singing about anybody. I'm like, I'm taking what this person went through, and I'm taking
mhm,
like a little bit of what I went through and just putting it all together so everybody that listens to it can relate. But
mhm,
that's only some of it. The rest of it is about like what I go through, like through struggles or how I feel deep inside, like through mental illness, like have
mm.
like depression and stuff. So I'm just trying to make sure I have it where everybody can just listen to it like, oh, 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 oh. It's like
Okay.
a lot of the beats I'm making on my own. Some of them are from other producers that's around the area. Some
Mhm,
of them are probably bought, but it's like it all comes down to like the same idea of this is
mhm.
what this person went through to in order to make their beat or what they went through,
Okay.
like everything has to have a background for this album. And it was like Not So Plain Jane means like my middle name is Jane. So and
Oh,
everybody,
okay.
when everybody think of Jane, they're like, "Oh, she's plain Jane." I'm like, "Nah, I'm not like anybody. I'm super different.
Mm.
I want to prove to the world like this what makes me different. I can put this like into music because if I explain it, it's gonna come out all complicated. But if I
Yeah.
put it like through music, everybody's gonna be like, "Oh, you need a hug?" Like, no, I'm
Yeah,
good.
that's dope. I'm the same way with my stuff. Like it's hard. I've always had a problem with communicating, just having, telling people what's going on, telling people what
Yeah,
I'm thinking and things like that. And putting it through music just has made it a better like outlet to kind of get those thoughts and feelings across. Is
yeah,
that kind of like the same with you? Like it's kind of where the music, because with me, that's where I started doing music because I started writing about the things that I wasn't as comfortable expressing out loud. So was that kind of like how it started with you?
yeah. I used to get really, really, really depressed, and I used to be on GarageBand on my old little iPhones and stuff, and
Mm,
plug in the little cord headphones and just cry, put like instrumental, make my own beat, and just cry
mm,
and be like, okay, this is how I feel, and some of that is actually going to be part of Not So Plain Jane, because I'm like,
oh,
okay, this is
okay.
how I felt when I was this age, and
Mm-hmm.
it's basically me growing also as a person and not just an artist and stuff.
No, it's dope. So would you consider yourself like a conceptual artist?
Mm.
'Cause I mean, like, okay, I guess I'll narrow it down because that's pretty broad. Let's say, like, would you consider yourself like, somebody does concept albums and things like that? Like, is it always a theme that's all the way through it, and every time you go to create, or is it something that just kind of comes? You just have these different emotions and different things and topics that you want to speak on,
Yeah,
and that's when where the album comes from.
yeah, pretty much. What you just said.
Hmm.
It actually just comes to me like I can't just speak about one thing. I have to speak about everything, especially like whatever I'm involved with or whatever like is there at that point that I'm
Hmm.
living. I'm just like, okay, well, let's say if I had a dog, my dog died. I'm like, okay, well, let me make a song about my dog dying, but you're not gonna know it's about a dog.
Hmm.
It's like I want to put like I like putting hidden words into my music.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah,
they're
I
like,
like that. Get a
talk about.
deeper understanding. Like the more you listen to it, the more like, oh, I didn't catch that before, but now I
Yeah.
get it, kind of thing. Oh, okay, that's dope. So I know you also mentioned that you're a producer. So like, where did just a little bit? Are you just getting started, or is it something that you've been at it for a while? I know you say
Actually,
you started with GarageBand, but
yeah.
when did you make that transition to like, okay, I'm definitely taking the reins of some of my production?
Um, I mean, I'm not like a full out producer. I
Hmm.
mean, when I have to produce, like I'll just produce for myself because this is the beat I like, or I'm tired of having the same beat that people bring to me. It's either drill music or
Hmm.
like and it's just the same stuff. So I'm like, well, let me see if I can transition and like switch it up a little bit into how I like it. Because when Not So Plain Jane comes out, or once I drop another song, um, you're gonna listen to the beat and you're gonna be like, wait, this is different.
Hmm.
So it's like as long as I can make anything different from everybody else, especially like producing wise, then I'm like, cool. Because it's like how Kanye does it. Yes, I brought
Hmm.
Kanye again. But Kanye, like how he makes his beats, I mean, some stuff that he has is like everybody else, but like he knows how to switch it up where it sounds different from everybody else.
Hmm.
So like I guess learning from him because
Hmm.
like the old Kanye, not the new Kanye, not the 2020 president Kanye.
I appreciate you clarifying. I mean, yeah, I'm a big, Kanye is one of my biggest influences. So, I understand, but it's also like you was wilding last year.
Still wilding now.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm just trying. I'm like, yeah. I used to tell people, I'm like, yeah, I'm like a Kanye, like I'm like a Chris Brown with the dance moves. I'm like a Kanye with the producing, and then like a Janae with the vibes, by Erica Badu with the freestyles. And I'm like, only certain parts.
Yeah. Yo, that's dope. So I didn't know you dance too. You just mentioned that. That's
Yeah, dancing. Since I was young, my mom, when my mom told me long ago that she used to choreograph like for a little small class, and my mom, she was big on dancing. And anytime she felt sick, anytime she just felt like stress or anything, she has the music playing in the house, blasting. We're all dancing, like, come on, dance, dance, dance. Whenever we're feeling sick, it's always dance, dance, dance. Then, like as like when I was in school, just had my little um headbuds in, dancing around the school. People were like, man, she little female Chris Brown. I don't dance as much now. I don't know why, but
okay. I was about to say, is that something that you would incorporate into the music? Because like when I
I'm,
saw
I'm
you
yeah.
perform, you were just, just straight up, singing, moving around the stage, but you didn't catch like a hint that you could dance. So I didn't know if that would be something that you would incorporate, as you get along as an artist.
See, when I start performing more and more, and like my platform start getting bigger and bigger, it's like I do want to tell a story, but it's through dancing and through like music. So it's like the way I vision it, it's gonna be dope as hell, and everybody's gonna be like, okay, yeah, we're definitely going to Tasha's concert.
Yo, that's dope. Okay. Cause just seeing somebody multi-talented and things like that, like I know you're kind of, just breaking out, just kind of
Yeah.
really like, making the stride to be an artist. But having those talents in your back pocket is definitely gonna take you far.
True, true. Because I know,
Oh,
like when I was younger, I always want to be like it was either singer or actress.
okay.
But
So
I'm
you
like the music side took over so much that I'm like, okay, if I ever get an acting position, I already know what I got to do. So
So do you think you'd ever go back into the acting, as things progress?
yes,
Oh, that's dope. So you're like a
like,
jack of all trades when it comes to this. It's like you
it's
can
like
dance, you can produce, you can write and
I can
sing and
graffiti
rap.
art.
Oh, so you even do graffiti art too. So yo,
Yeah.
that's dope.
I try to stay creative, and I like when on my downtime I try to figure out something to do that's creative. Don't matter what it is, like just put some type of creativity out there. Like I look at myself like a creative genius because of course you gotta pump yourself up and let you know like, hey, this is who I am.
Yeah. Yeah, I was about to say you definitely got the talent for it. So
Thank you, thank you.
dope. So like what would you say, you know, like as you, put out more music and more people discover you and decide they want to give your music a try. What would be the thing that you would want people to take away from your music? Just anytime, no matter what the experience is, it's kind of like this is the message I want to get across.
Hmm, that's a good question. What do I want people to take from my music? I mean, something they can vibe to, something, I mean, I know a lot of guys told me like they can smoke to, just chill, like on their downtime, just like, hey, turn me on, listen, smoke, chill, drink, whatever. Like, I just want to be a vibe. I mean, I do have some hype music that I'm working on too, but it's just at the end of it is like, okay, well, I already know I can just vibe at night with it. They can drive with it. It's something they can
Okay.
feel to, you know?
So just basically whatever fits the occasion.
Yeah.
Like you just want to be able to fit all the occasions when it's
Yeah.
necessary. Okay, dope. Dope. Well, yo, I appreciate you joining the podcast, yo. And I definitely look forward to the show that we did back in June, local
Yeah.
506. Like I remember thinking like, oh man, she's dope. Like once she gets, just more experience on the stage, because you already got the music. You
Yeah.
just like once you get the experience with the stage and performing, and now that I know you have all these other talents and things like that, like it's definitely gonna take you far. So I'm looking forward to the new music. What was the name of the album again that you're working on?
Not so plain Jane.
Not So Plain Jane. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that release. I'm definitely still gonna be bumping trash freestyles in the meantime.
Thank you, thank you.
And like once again, I'll make sure that I put the links to what you got out currently and where they can find you. In the bio of the video once it goes up. Is there any like final words you want to leave with the people before we close off?
Um, Final words. Let me see. Follow me on Instagram, of course. I do have a YouTube up. I actually started doing little freestyles on there too, because I was doing actually freestyles on my Instagram. So I'm like, okay, let me take this to YouTube. So I'm doing that on YouTube. Also got a music video on there, so definitely check that out too.
Oh, dope. That's for Paper Chaser, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna definitely check that one out too.
I mean, it was fun. Like the video was fun to make. Like it was thought out, but it was a last minute thing. I had to like call people like, hey, so do you want to be a music video? I don't meet me here.
Yo, dope.
When I dropped the video, like we had a whole house full of people in one room. Like it was just the whole vibe of the whole room and the whole vibe of the video and everything else was just dope. Like
oh, dope.
It was like all eyes on me, and I actually never had that feeling before. Like, okay, well, all eyes on me. Like I did this. This is what I created, and like having something I created being like appreciated. That's like the best thing ever. Like everybody's and like in the back, go, hey. I'm like, this is me, and I want to continue to.
I was about to say nothing beats that. Nothing beats that feeling. Like everybody, you put the music out there, and like whether it's on stage or the video shoot or however they take it in, and just like that love and admiration that comes with it. It's no feeling better than that.
Yeah. So oh, my bad. I know.
No. Because I was actually about to ask you if you had any more visuals that you're working on that you're gonna be putting out.
I mean, I'm working on some stuff, but I do have some video ideas. But it's in a slow process of everything, and plus, since COVID, the pandemic's starting to slow down a lot.
True.
I mean, I can travel more, and I have this dope videographer I actually want to work with. He worked with a lot of other well-known artists, and I'm like, as soon as things stop being more open, I'm just like, okay, hey, we gotta do this video. Just drop this song, so let's get into it. I'll be in LA this day. This is our schedule, so let me know what's good,
Okay, dope. Well, shoot, man, I can't wait to check it out and all the other projects you got going on. But until next time, it's been your boy Vinnie-Dangerous, Umtasha, Dangerous Minds. Much love.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
She asked me my type and I told her black. Simple as that. I remember my pops used to tell me that she got nothing going for her, don't get too attached. Couple shots, I forget all that. Hit her phone like, what's up, girl, yo, where you at? And she already know what I'm on for with. And she like, boy, the fuck do you want?